So it isn't too bad. Just looking at it, you can see there's like a little bit of surface rust, but it's not too bad. So I think I'm gonna wire wheel it and then just use some rust converter if I can't get it. I'm gonna use rust converter in this corner here because there's no way I can get all the rust out, but I'll probably just use rocker guard all up this edge here, tape it off and paint it. So I got that pretty much cleaned up as well as I could. If we look, you can see the 2 coats of paint have to go through, the blue and then the silver, which the car was originally. And then I hammered this back to its original shape with just a cold chisel, and then sealed this because there's not supposed to be a hole here. I shouldn't be able to do that. So there's supposed to be like a seam that comes along here. So I actually just used the cold chisel and then hammered that back into a seal where then I can use rocker guard and completely cover it. But now there's no rust on that edge, so I will tape it up probably about halfway and then rocker guard the other half, and then probably I'll rocker guard all this part. I just have to do that now on the other side, which isn't even close to as bad, especially with this like hole here. But I will do that and then we should be good for a couple coats of rocker guard, rust converter and primer. So the other side needed a little bit of persuasion with a hammer and a couple chisels too. It was really bent up too. I'm not sure how we did that. Like they're really bent up. And here's the other side, the driver's side. It definitely needed a little bit more hammering. I couldn't get this out as far as I'd like to, but it's good enough for now. Just again, rocker this, rocker all this, rocker guard all this, and then up this edge, leading edge. There wasn't as much rust on this edge, but it did have this like folded up piece. Now it's paint time. So we have some different paints that I will be using. So first I'm gonna use the primer that we used on my wheels because it seems to hold up really well to cover up the Bondo because you can't get any moisture in the Bondo. Second, we are using rust converter on places I can't remove any of the rust on, like where I almost grinded through my pinch weld and stuff. Like I can't get all the way through, so I'm just gonna use rust converter and hopefully it'll slow it down. And then to finish it all up, we're gonna use rocker guard, rubberized rocker guard, so it will hopefully keep it protected for a while. I'm hoping like a couple of years until I decide I want to do something else with it. Now for the rocker liner. The primer actually went on pretty well. I'm impressed. It looks not bad. It actually blends in better than the white, obviously, but it blends in pretty well because the car is so dirty. I also went ahead and started masking the inner well here and blending, so it blends the previous rocker guard up here with this stuff, so it just kind of widens out and then goes to the full patch here, and then rocker will be sprayed in here and then all the way down here. So I'm gonna mask all the way down where the primer is, and then I'm gonna spray it, and then we're pretty much done. Just gotta let it dry and put on the side skirts. So I've let the paint dry and now it's the most satisfying time. Time to peel off all that taping and masking. So let's do it. And then this mess of tape. And not bad. overall it doesn't look half bad actually, especially with the primer and everything. But you don't even see any of my work because it's all covered by that side skirt. It definitely helped improve. The side skirt fits on much better, but the hole over there where it's gluing still doesn't fit with the little white clips that Subaru uses. So unfortunately, I still have to use glue to keep them on, but it still looks much cleaner of a line. It's not all over and all as wavy. But just before we go, I just wanted to remove one more thing on our list. So now we have rust removal gone. And actually we removed the roll bar off David's Miata, so we're getting closer to the detail and the pillars and headliners next. But that is it for today, guys, or these last couple of days I've been doing this, so peace out and stay humble.